The command deck fell silent as Admiral Marcus Kane watched the alien delegation materialize aboard his flagship. 3 Valorian warriors, each standing over 7 feet tall, their chitinous armor gleaming under the harsh lights of the human vessel. They had come with a proposal that would have been laughable if not for the desperation of humanity's situation. "You wish to marry my daughter," Marcus said, his voice flat and cold as vacuum dot the lead Valorian. Ambassador Thrace inclined his massive head. His translator rendered his clicking speech into perfect English. "The alliance between our species would be mutually beneficial, Admiral. Your daughter Elena is renowned throughout the galaxy as your greatest warrior. Such a union would cement our peoples together." Marcus leaned back in his command chair, studying the aliens before him. The Valorian Empire controlled 36 star systems. Their military might was formidable, their technology advanced. Humanity needed allies desperately as the Kryn Collective pushed ever closer to Earth's borders. His tactical mind understood the logic even as his heart rejected it entirely. "My daughter is not a bargaining chip," Marcus replied. "We understand human customs," Thrace continued. "We do not ask you to simply give her away. We propose a trial of combat. If our champion can defeat your daughter in single combat, she will agree to the marriage alliance. It is the Valorian way. Strength respects strength." Marcus felt his jaw tighten. "And if I refuse? Then we must reconsider our willingness to commit forces to your border disputes." Political hostage-taking dressed up in the language of honor. Marcus knew the game well. He had played it himself often enough across the negotiating tables of a dozen worlds. "I will present your offer to my daughter," Marcus said finally. "The choice will be hers alone." The Valorians departed, and Marcus sat in the empty command deck for a long moment before making his way to the training bay. He knew exactly where Elena would be. The observation window looked down onto the combat ring where his daughter moved through her forms with deadly precision. At 28, Elena Kane had already earned 3 Medals of Valor and commanded her own destroyer squadron. She fought with a plasma blade in each hand, the weapons singing through the air in patterns that would have been beautiful if they were not so lethal. Marcus descended to the training floor. Elena completed her sequence before acknowledging him, shutting down her blades with practiced efficiency. Sweat darkened her short black hair, and her gray eyes, so like his own, studied him with immediate understanding. "The Valorians made their offer," she said. "It was not a question. They did. A marriage alliance. Their champion against you in single combat." Elena grabbed a towel and wiped her face. "They want access to our jump gate technology and our fuel refining processes. The marriage is just window dressing for a corporate merger." "That's a cynical assessment. It's an accurate one." Elena took a long drink from her water bottle. "What did you tell them?" "That the choice was yours." "Good." Elena reactivated one of her plasma blades, holding it up to examine the coherent energy field. "Then I choose to accept." Marcus felt his stomach drop. "Elena, you don't have to do this. We will find another way." "There is no other way, Father. You know it as well as I do. The Kryn will be at our borders within 6 months. We need the Valorian fleet." She deactivated the blade again. "Besides, I have no intention of losing. Their champion is reportedly undefeated in over 200 matches." Elena smiled, and there was something predatory in that expression. 201 will be a significant number then. The combat trial was scheduled for 3 days hence, conducted according to strict Valorian protocols. The arena was constructed aboard the neutral station, orbiting Kepler 442b, a massive circular platform surrounded by energy barriers. Representatives from a dozen species gathered to witness the spectacle. Humanity's honor and its future would be decided in this ring. Marcus stood in the human observation box alongside Fleet Admiral Rodriguez and Ambassador Collins. Below, Elena entered the arena wearing light combat armor and carrying her twin plasma blades. The human section erupted in cheers. Across the arena, the Valorian champion emerged. His name was Corvin, and he was a mountain of muscle and bone plates. He carried a massive warhammer that crackled with kinetic energy, the weapon alone outweighing Elena by a considerable margin. "She is fast," Rodriguez murmured. "But he has reach and power." Marcus said nothing. He had trained Elena since she was old enough to hold a practice blade. He knew her capabilities better than anyone alive. The referee, a neutral Galtan arbiter, signaled the beginning of combat. Corvin moved first, crossing the distance with surprising speed for his size. The warhammer came down in a devastating arc that would have pulverized Elena had it connected. She was not there. Elena rolled aside, her blades leaving glowing trails as she scored hits across Corvin's leg armor. The Valorian roared and pivoted, the hammer sweeping horizontally. Elena ducked under it, impossibly low, then sprang upward with both blades aimed at Corvin's throat. The Valorian brought his hammer up barely in time, the weapons meeting in a shower of sparks. For 20 minutes they danced this brutal waltz. Corvin was powerful and skilled, his hammer work impressive. But Elena was something else entirely. She fought with an economy of motion that came from a lifetime of training, each movement purposeful and precise. Where Corvin used strength, Elena employed leverage. Where he relied on armor, she trusted speed. The turning point came when Corvin overcommitted to a downward strike. Elena sidestepped and brought both blades down on the haft of his hammer, the plasma cutting through the reinforced metal. The weapon split, its power cell sparking and dying. Corvin threw the broken weapon aside and charged with his bare hands. A desperate final gambit. Elena met the charge head-on, sliding between his grasping arms to plant both blades against his chest plate. The plasma burned through, and Corvin crashed to his knees. The arena fell silent. Elena stepped back, breathing hard, her blades still active and ready. Corvin remained kneeling, accepting his defeat with the stoic dignity of a warrior who knew he had been bested fairly. "The human claims victory," the arbiter announced. The human section exploded with celebration. Marcus allowed himself a breath. He had not realized he was holding Dot in the aftermath. Aboard the flagship, the formal reception was awkward at best. Ambassador Thrace approached Marcus with what might have been respect in his alien features. "Your daughter is extraordinary, Admiral. We had not truly understood the depths of human capability until today." "We are a young species," Marcus replied, "but we learn quickly, and we adapt. The marriage alliance is void, as per the terms of combat. However," Thrace paused, "the Valorian Empire would still very much like to formalize relations with humanity. We propose a military alliance, equal partners, sharing technology and resources to face our common enemies." Marcus kept his expression neutral, though inside he felt the weight lifting from his shoulders. "That is a proposal worth discussing, Ambassador." Elena joined them, having changed from her combat gear into her dress uniform. Thrace bowed deeply to her. "You have earned great honor today. Commander Kane, it would be my privilege to fight alongside you rather than against you. The feeling is mutual." "Ambassador," Elena replied Dot as the reception continued. Marcus found a moment alone with his daughter near the observation window overlooking the stars. "You fought brilliantly," he said quietly. "I fought desperately," Elena corrected. "Corvin was good. Better than good. I got lucky when his hammer broke. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. You prepared your entire life for that fight." Elena was quiet for a moment, staring out at the infinite darkness. "Would you have let me go if I had lost?" Marcus considered the question carefully. "I would have done everything in my power to prevent it. Alliance be damned. You are my daughter before you are a soldier, before you are a bargaining chip or a symbol or anything else. Even if it meant losing the war? Even then. Marcus put his hand on her shoulder. We fight wars so that our children can be free, not so they can be sacrificed to preserve our own mistakes. If humanity cannot survive without selling its daughters, then perhaps we do not deserve to survive. Elena leaned her head against his shoulder briefly. The Valorians will be good allies. Corvin was honorable in defeat. That says something about their culture. It does, Marcus agreed. And your victory today bought us more than military support. You showed the galaxy that humanity will not be intimidated or coerced, that we stand on our own terms. No pressure then, Elena said with a slight smile. Marcus chuckled. You have already exceeded every expectation I could have had. The rest is just details. Below them, the diplomatic delegations mingled, the first steps of a new alliance being forged, not through marriage, but through mutual respect earned at the edge of a blade. The Kryn Collective would face a united front now. Human cunning and adaptability combined with Valorian strength and honor. The war was far from over. But humanity had proven once again the truth that made them unique in the galaxy. They did not bend. They did not break. They adapted and they overcame, one impossible challenge at a time. Elena Kane had defended more than her freedom in that arena. She had defended the principle that humanity would never be anyone's subordinate, that they would forge the